Hello. How's everyone doing? Yay, we're live. Welcome, welcome. So happy to be here with you guys. I need to figure out how to do like the dim the music out so it's not so abrupt. So happy to be here this Wednesday with you all. My name is Meg Williams. And I am here with the Open Journal to just sort of bring some energy updates, some delicious info through, and just, to connect with you guys in a beautiful, high vibe space. That's what we're here for. So, it is Wednesday, June 9th, and I am Meg Williams, and I am a sacred pleasure and embodiment coach. And so this is, what I am here to bring to the world is to work with others to activate their unique pleasure tones. So I love speaking about pleasure tones because I often teach my signature program is all based around sacred sexuality, but pleasure is in every nook and cranny of our lives, right? So we have pleasure and experience pleasure when we sit down to eat food. It's like the very first thing when you wake up in the morning. I think it's like I'm always so grateful when my kids come in and I hear, "Morning, mommy." Like there's so many places where we experience pleasure in our lives. And unfortunately, with the way that we have been ingrained through society and the way that we've been indoctrinated in believing that we need to live, we've actually been taught to live very much of our life outside of pleasure. And when we live very much of anything, often what happens is these become rituals in our lives, which in rituals, I mean habits. And habits are something that are built into our human experience, and they're not easy to break. And so these are things that become habits, rituals that we're not even aware are really going on. And the fun thing about it is that we are human and that we have the exact same capacity to build new habits. And this is what I work with others to do, is to build the habits of experiencing pleasure, which means you're experiencing joy, bliss, happiness, abundance. Even when the crappy things come in, it's literally learning that those are there to show us something pleasurable. So this is what I do. This is what I absolutely love, and this is the energy that I want to bring into the space. We're here to activate your pleasure tone. What I would love to speak into first is just some of the so I pulled some cards. I really love, this is something that I do every day, and I like to bring it into this space on Wednesdays since we can bring it all together. So the cards that I pulled today were whale and orca elders. And I love showing you guys these just because I think the pictures themselves are delicious activations. So I'm just going to show you the cards and then I'll speak to them. The second one was star bathing. Who doesn't love a little bit of star bathing? And then the last one was star brothers. This is my star brothers are with me. I pull this one a lot. Share below. Anyone else, when they pull their cards, what's like the one card that always comes up for you? I would love to hear. Okay, so speaking into the whale and orc elders, and this one I've pulled a good handful of times over the past week, so I feel like this is super, super relevant to the energy right now. This is all the messages, share your song, your frequency of sound, diving deep. So this speaks to that capacity of you are here, you have a specific mission, you have a specific purpose, you know it in your heart, you know it in your soul. It's time for you to step into that. So if you feel like you have been silencing it, like you've been toning it down, like you haven't been able to share it, it's time to, for whatever reason, and usually it's these routines and rituals and habits that tell us that we can't shine our light, that we have to wait for another time, for when things are, when it's a better time, a better place. Now is the time. especially look around at what's going on. Like now is the time to bring your full essence online. And I don't mean like online plug in. It's time to step up and activate and show up in your full capacity, in your full frequency of sound, in your unique song, right? So, what are you here to bring? What are you here to say? It's time to share your song. And the whale and orca elders, part of where this fits in is that their sound through their frequency and vibration, it impacts the frequency of the earth grid. And when you speak up and when you act and express, right? Express is a really great word here. When you express in your full expression and your frequency that is most aligned to you, to your purpose, to your mission, you are contributing to elevating the frequency of the earth grid also. And I'm going to speak more to that later because we have a solar eclipse happening tomorrow. And what has literally been happening for the past 6 months since the last solar eclipse is we have been watching, and you've probably been feeling this, but the frequency of the earth grid has been completely shifting. Probably been feeling like a lot of things maybe have been crumbling around you. And we are literally here supporting the development of a new earth grid vibration. So this is why now, like I'm not even kidding, now is so important to speak up and show up as you were here to show up. And then with this, star bathing comes in to really support that. So when you are connecting to this frequency, when you are connecting to your power, when you're really acting out of a place from heart and soul, and when you are connected to that flow of source energy, when you are an open channel, it uses a lot of energy. And as you're doing this too, there's a lot that you're giving, but there's also a lot that the universe wants to be gifting you for you to be receiving. So star bathing right now. So and who doesn't love star bathing? But now is a really great time to get out, be on Mama Gaia herself. Again, with the shifting of the frequencies that's happening with the earth grid, if you've been feeling a lot of if you've been feeling a lot of like weight, water retention in your lower half of your body, like just weird energies in your lower two chakras. Especially your root chakra is what connects you to the earth. So there's probably been an amount of energy that hasn't been able to be moved through you to the earth grid just because the earth grid itself is shifting. So you're going to feel really good. You're going to feel a lot shifting after this solar eclipse, which is really exciting. But getting down on Gaia herself right now is going to be great to balance your energy and her energy. And it's a way for you to receive those transmissions and those activations from the cosmos, from that universal energy that always surrounds you. And also those same transmissions and activations from the crystal grids and earth grid as you're on Mama Gaia herself. So a lot of potent energy to tap into right now. So that's the relevance of star bathing. That's what's coming through when I pulled that one. And then the Star Brothers is the Horus energy. So this is the protection, loyalty, safety, trust. It also is so relevant right now because the solar eclipse is all around, right? The solar is the sun. Sun is related to masculine energy. So you would be feeling a lot of masculine energy perhaps in your own body coming online. You might be noticing a lot of masculine energy just in your interactions if you're getting out in public, if you're somewhere in the world where it permits that right now. You might be receiving a lot of this masculine energy, but the message here from the Star Brothers is protection, loyalty, safety, trust. And that masculine energy is that energy that when you have your visions and when you have your ideas, your cosmic ideas, and when you have these belief systems, the masculine energy is what shows up and says to you, like, let's do this. Like, let's do it. I'm behind you 100%. So, I always, when I pull this card, I instantly feel the presence of my star brothers with their, the hands on my back, like, we got you, sister. Um, Goosebumps as I say that. So this is super powerful and so aligned with the solar eclipse. So I do just want to speak into that solar eclipse just a little bit more because it's super delicious. And so with the last solar eclipse was in December 2020, and with this, it opened us up into this 6 month tunnel, which has kind of been like a space, like a void space, kind of like a dark hole. And what we're coming to now is the end of that tunnel, and it's like coming to the end of the tunnel and seeing that bright solar light in front of you. And what has been happening, like I had mentioned just a minute earlier, was how with the with this time period, you've really been making a lot of steady progress, probably really setting and anchoring a lot of foundations, but you've probably also really been witnessing and feeling a lot of things crumbling around you, which is really exciting because things need to, as you're shifting into something new and, as you're evolving into this new version of you, things have to fall away to create space for what you are bringing in. So this is super, super exciting. And this is what so the solar eclipse that's coming tomorrow, this is what it's representing. Is it is this pivot point where everything that you've been building and everything that you've been establishing is now going to come to fruition. So I'm wearing my citrine. Citrine is an incredible crystal. I've also got my amber on right now. So any of those gold toned crystals, topaz is probably another incredible one. And because that is that solar energy. It also are the crystals represented abundance and everything. So you really want to be holding time to set those intentions. So just as you would with a new moon, setting those intentions that have to do with what your vision and focus has been on for the past 6 months. So what is it, you want absolute clarity because it's that time for you to really, speak it out to the universe. This solar eclipse is holding the strength and the resolve of all of the conceivable, achievable dreams that you're working towards. So you want to come through the solar eclipse with that absolute clarity of and declaration of this is what I want and I'm going to get it. You've got your star brothers behind you. You've got the energy of the solar eclipse. You have the energy of the past 6 months, just pushing you right out the end of that tunnel. So, have your crystals, get out under the stars, do your star bathing, and know that you can really harness a lot of strength and resolve here. So those things that you are desiring, those things that you have been working towards achieving, this is the time to sit, stand, voice an absolute certainty that what you want is a hand's grasp away. So really anchoring into the power of the solar eclipse. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Share below if you are feeling any of the pressure of those energies that are just like kind of behind you, just like really pushing you out towards the opening of the tunnel. How have you been feeling? If you have, like I said, if you've been feeling a lot of weight retention, a lot of water retention, a lot of bloating in the lower half of your body, often headaches, just weird digestive disturbances coming up. These are all really common when you're coming up to such an energetic portal. This is a portal that we're stepping into. This is an energetic portal. So your body is going to feel, we are vibrational beings that live in a vibrational world. So to feel these discomforts, these pressures, these shifts in your body is so normal. You are absolutely amazing and incredible. So this is, again, one of those routines and habits that we want to learn is just being able to recognize we are one with this universe, and so it works through you, and you are in constant connection to it. So what have you been feeling? Share below. What are you declaring? What are you calling in? What are the big things that you're ready to live in full abundance with? Now is the time. Like, where are you? Say it. I am gonna be boom, boom, boom. Share it below. Tell me, what are you bringing to life? What are you stepping into on the other side of this cosmic portal? I would love to know. I also want to invite you at 8:30 p.m. So in 45 minutes from now, Corey Taylor and I are going to be over in our Facebook group, which the link is just below. So the one triple B or one big beautiful business. Her and I are going to be channeling a solar eclipse activation. So if you want to go deeper with this and you really want to tap into the power of your body, and really get in flow with the transition of the solar eclipse, join us there. We start at, like I said, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I would love, love, love to have you there. It's going to be really fun. If you're not already in the group, just follow the link below and that's where we'll be. And other than that, I wanted to share. So with my, just a little healing practice for today, I've really been working with Mary Magdalene a lot. And if you follow me on other platforms, my signature program that I work with is the Pleasure Prophecy, which is an extension of the program Worthy, if you've done that one with me, which is all about activating your pleasure tone. And it goes through this rose alchemy, which has been given to me from Mary Magdalene, which is a series of pleasure codes to embody through sacred sexuality your pleasure tone. And it's so, and through activation with this and through these codes, it's also another tool, another way that you're able to connect to your divine connection, to source energy, to your intuition and wisdom. So with that program, I'm working very closely with Mary Magdalene. And one of the activations that I had with her recently, she was showing me her hands. Her hands are always, in every vision, it's always something that her hands are doing, something she's showing me. And this time it was just her hands open. And I thought, well, there's nothing there. What's there? Show me. And what she ended up showing was that these are, I mean, our hands are healing hands. But what came through is our hands are also magnets. So one of the programs that I've gone through is working with energy medicine, which goes through what are four magnetic. Well, I shouldn't even say four. I shouldn't put a number on it. But our hands are magnets. The soles of our feet are magnets. We have we have a pole at the base of our spine, and we have a pole at the crown of our head. But our hands are magnetic, and it's through the energy of our hands that we have massive healing potential, every single one of you. And so what she was showing me is, so we also have two energies in our body. And this was what I was going to speak into today. And I actually think I'm going to save it for next week. But what I was going to speak more into was the masculine and feminine energies. And I went through almost my whole life up until now thinking I only had feminine energy. Silly me. So we are made up of masculine and feminine. We have our Sushumna Nadi, which is the energy channel that runs down our central column, so down our spinal column. And then wrapped around it are our masculine and feminine energies. These are called the Ida and Pingala and represent the masculine and feminine. And to feel in our full optimum, we want this balanced flow of masculine and feminine. And this is just like the Caduceus, where you see it's like our central energy channel is literally like a central column of energy. And it's the Ida and Pingala are like the snakes. It's like the Kundalini energy rising up the spine. And we want them to be balanced. So like I said, here I was thinking, oh, I just only had this feminine energy, but really inside of us, so all men, all women, men have a balance of feminine and women have a balance of masculine. And to go even broader, we actually have we do have four poles, because we have the two. We can show up in negative masculine, negative feminine, positive masculine, positive feminine, and really positive begets positive, negative begets negative. So we really want to be aware of this and consciously working with these energies every day, because if we're in a negative, we really want to be aware of it so we can shift it and come into the positive. So this is that was a mini lesson. I'll expand on it next week. But our left side of our body represents the feminine. Our right side of our body represents the masculine. So, feminine energy is the feminine, and this is one of the things I work deeply with in the pleasure prophecy, is the feminine receives. So the feminine is always receiving energy, receiving messages, um, and then creating with that. That's why the divine feminine is this, beautiful creatrix of life. And then the masculine is giving energy. So the masculine gives life force. And but then again, if we're talking humans, there's that element of receiving, and the feminine is giving to some degree because there's the inner masculine, and then the masculine is also receiving because there's that inner feminine. But in simple terms, feminine is receiving, masculine is giving. So when we're working with our hands, one of the things that you can do is just do a self check. Where are you feeling off today? So I had some pain in my shoulder from after a yoga practice the other day, and I thought I don't feel really like tolerating the sore shoulder for the whole day. I'd like to get up and move around and just go about my day. So what I wanted to do with my hands was receive some of the pain. So I wanted to so all you've got to do when you're is to clear. So again, any pain in your body, if you ever have a wound on your skin, bringing your left hand over and intentionally drawing that pain out. Or if you are, so for example, if you have a wound and you want to give healing with your right hand, you're going to hold your hand over that wound and intentionally give healing energy through that hand. And you might do both. So with my shoulder, I just had my left arm to receive and draw out that negative pain, and then had the intention of just giving the healing energy through the masculine of my body. But I couldn't quite get my hand up there, but it worked. It totally worked. I could see it ease up. It took kind of about a half an hour for it to ease up, and it feels really good right now. And then after you do that, so after you receive that energy through the left palm, you're going to want to just sort of shake your hands and dust them off, right? Clear that energy, because you don't want that energy to come. Everything comes out the heart. The arms are energetic channels that stream from the heart. So that's where the healing is coming from. And we don't want to draw that negative energy back into the body space. So brushing your hands off, just shaking it off. And then beforehand, I also always rub them together so that you're generating that energy in unity, right? This is the masculine and feminine in unity. This is part of why we bring our hands together at our heart center, at the end of a yoga practice. So many representations of unity, and it's really what we're working for, because it is literally in everything, the unity of the masculine and feminine that brings balance in everything in our life. It's absolutely incredible. So that I just wanted to bring that. That was a delicious delivery from Mary Magdalene, already in probably many of your knowings, but just to remind you of your power, and that you are human and your body is an incredible, you are a healing tool in yourself. So maximize the use of it, especially now. Who wants to go to the hospital these days? No one. So work with your hands, rub them together, generate that masculine and feminine, activate the energy on the palms of your hands. Left is feminine for receiving, so great to draw pain out of the body. Brush your hands off after. And right is if you would like to be giving healing energy to any space. All right. I look forward next week to going more into the masculine and feminine with you, and more energy updates, and probably a business share next week. And if you are able to join in half an hour, come on over to 1BBB and join Corey and I in our solar eclipse activation. It is going to be incredible. Can't wait to see you guys there. Can't wait to see you all next week. If you're catching this on the replay, come catch me live. I'd love to have you guys here live. Check in the comments below. Make sure you join 1BBB. Go check out my website, see what I'm up to. The Pleasure Prophecy is going to be launching very soon. So if you are ready for a super in-depth container, so this is a 6-month container where we're going to go deep. It is going to be transformative. You are going to be working with me and the energy of Mary Magdalene. You are going to be working through beliefs that no longer serve you. You are going to be shifting your reality. If you're ready to step into your purpose and your mission, and you know that you can't wait a second longer, and you are ready to activate your pleasure tone so that you can step into the life that you know you are here to be living, the pleasure prophecy is for you. It is going to change your life. It has changed mine. So I send you so much love, and reach out with any questions. I will see you all next week. So much love. Happy solar eclipse tomorrow. Can't wait to hear how it goes for everyone. Come back and share in the comments. Mwah. Take care.